This episode contains mature language and adult situations.
Listener discretion is advised.
Hello, my friend. And how is it that you stumbled into my caverns of the abyss? I am ancient. I am forever. And I have been chained down here for millennia. I am the Shadow Dweller, here to keep you company until the abyss swallows you whole. I've been here for eons and collected stories. I will tell you a tale to pass the time. Short stories of horror, tiny tales of the creepy. I will assure you, by the end you'll be screaming with madness.
Who am I? How'd I get here? Oh, is somebody there? What's happening? Why the fuck am I chained up?
I hope you've been enjoying your stay in my caverns of the abyss. Morbid Morsals is a new chapter of terror, a short tale of madness to, let's just say, carry your tremendous suffering over to the longer, fuller episodes. So until then, my friends, I've got another poor, unfortunate soul to torture. My apologies if the chains are too tight. Wouldn't want you wandering around down here in the dark. You never know what you bump into. Or for that matter, what would bump into you.
Let me go.
The season finale. This morbid morsel is called What's Bugging Ya?
Have you ever been out in nature, enjoying the serenity of a hike, only to have something unexpected and terrifying happen? Well, you're about to hear a tale that'll make you think twice before stepping into the woods again. This is the story of Mark, a seasoned hiker who stumbled upon a nightmare he never saw coming. It was a crisp autumn morning when Mark set out on his favourite trail, one he'd hiked countless times before. The leaves crunched under his boots, birds sang their usual tunes, and the air was filled with that familiar, earthy scent. But little did Mark know, this would be the last hike he'd ever take. As he ventured deeper into the forest, he noticed something strange. A patch of ground, darker than the rest, teeming with tiny, writhing creatures. Curiosity got the better of him, and he knelt down to get a closer look. That's when it happened. One of those minuscule insects leaped onto his hand, its tiny mandibles digging into his skin. He yanked it off, but the damage was done. Within minutes, Mark began to feel an unbearable itch. He looked down to see more of those insects crawling up his legs, burrowing into his flesh. Panic set in as he tried to brush them off, but it was no use. They were everywhere, eating their way inside him. Desperate, he ran back towards town, but with each step, the pain intensified. By the time he stumbled into the main square, he was barely recognizable. His skin was a patchwork of raw, bleeding flesh, and his eyes were wild with terror. The townspeople rushed to help, but it was too late. The bugs had already laid their eggs. Within hours, the larvae hatched, spreading rapidly from Mark to anyone who came into contact with him. The town was soon overrun with these flesh-eating insects, turning a quiet community into a living nightmare. Doctors and scientists scrambled to find a solution, but the insects were unlike anything they'd ever seen. They thrived in the human body, multiplying at an alarming rate. Quarantine measures failed, and the town was sealed off, left to rot in its own isolation. Some say the town still stands, a ghostly reminder of what happens when nature turns against us. Others believe it was burned to the ground, an attempt to eradicate the infestation before it could spread further. But one thing is certain, those who witnessed the horror can never forget what they saw. So, next time you're out for a hike and you see something unusual, remember Mark's story. Sometimes it's better to leave nature's mysteries undiscovered.
What did you think about that terrifying tale?
What the hell do you want from me?
To enjoy your endless suffering and pain until there is nothing left of you and you are swallowed by the abyss.
No, stay back. As the caverns of the abyss takes you, I patiently await the next mortal that finds their way here to me. Your dark thoughts always lead you to me. So, my friends, until next time, I look forward to tasting your fear.
Into the Abyss has been a Darkshogun production in association with Twisted Souls Media. Hi, I'm Troy Bursch, creator and producer of the short horror story audio podcast Into the Abyss. If you like what you're hearing so far, please consider leaving me a 5-star rating and review wherever you can. This helps get my show out there to listeners just like you. Also, like, subscribe, download, and hit the notification bell. That way you'll get a heads up every time a new episode drops. Thanks to everyone who listened so far, and I'll have my information in the show notes. Thanks. Please consider leaving me a 5-star rating and review wherever you can. This helps get my show out there to listeners just like you. Also, like, subscribe, download, and hit the notification bell. That way you'll get a heads up every time a new episode drops. Thanks to everyone who listened so far, and I'll have my information in the show notes. Thanks. If you'd like to support the show, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/theshadowdweller73. This is a one-time donation and will be greatly appreciated. Any donations that I receive will go directly to the show, better equipment, and to put out the best product out there for you guys to enjoy. So that's buymeacoffee.com/theshadowdweller73. And anything helps. Thanks, guys. Or go ahead and shoot me an email. Troy@intotheabysspodcast73.com. Follow me on Facebook or Instagram. Facebook is into, _the_abyss_podcast. Instagram is into_the_abyss_podcast. Check out my new website, intotheabysspodcast.godaddysite.com. It's going to be about what the podcast is about, who the Shadow Dweller is, have episode and show art, Behind the Shadows blogs, direct episode links to listen to. Also, check out some dope stickers in the merch store. Show some suffering support by repping your favorite host, the Shadow Dweller. I have the Q&A feature on Spotify as well. Drop me a comment or ask a question and I'll definitely respond. Thanks again for listening and downloading. Keep sharing the show, either through social media or with your friends or family.
Psychosomatic by DJ Troy.
Still